Hi, it's Bola from Curly Bee, and today I'm just going to be talking about 4C hair and the range of textures that one can have on their heads. Thinking particularly of the hair that I have, I would definitely describe it as 4C, but I've discovered that I actually have 3 very different textures on my head, each requiring a particular kind of treatment in order to flourish. Now, some of you might not relate to what I'm saying, but if you do, then I hope this video helps you work out what you need to do with your hair. So let's start. Hair at the front of my head is very fine, very fragile. It forms tiny coils when it's wet. I have mega shrinkage here, and this area loves to form tons of single strand knots if it's left to itself. I also never detangle this area when it's wet or even damp, because if I do, then I'm really asking for issues. So this area requires lots of gentle handling. I definitely don't use any combs in this area, but I still suffer with breakage here, and as you can see, the hairs in this area are all different lengths because of this. I find this hair the hardest to grow because of its features. It dries out really easily, and so I've responded by ensuring that I spritz this area every day and seal with a heavy shea butter, or my curly pudding, which has lots of shea butter in it, and aloe vera as well. I find that also flat twisting this area also helps to retain lots of moisture, and I retain the most length in this area when my hair is regularly in a flat twist style. Okay, so onto the hair at the crown of my head. So this hair has no curl pattern really. It's sort of wavy. It loses moisture rapidly. It breaks easily when it's dry, and it grows really slowly. This hair is very coarse, and when new growth appears, boy is it hard to comb through. The diameter of each strand is significantly wider than the front hairs, but although this is so, I would still say that it has a similar density to the hairs at the front of my head. So what I try and do is I try and give this area lots and lots of water. I really try and spritz this area every day, and I try not to handle it too much during the week. And if it's given what it likes, then it does grow well, and it has lots of body, which I really like. It appears to be thick. Another plus to this area is that it hardly ever tangles. It's quite easy to detangle the ends, and it hardly ever forms any single strand knots really, because of the shrinkage is so low. Okay, so onto the hair at the back and the sides of my head. I'll describe this hair as the best behaving hair of all. It's still fine, but it clumps well. It forms tiny ringlets when gel's applied or water is applied, and it's very defined. It seems to retain length no matter what I do. It retains moisture well, it grows the fastest, and you can see how all the strands are more or less the same length. I don't get a lot of breakage here. The only problem is that it does have very high shrinkage, between 50 and 60%, so if I manipulate it when it's wet or even damp, it tangles extremely quickly and it forms loads of single strand knots. To combat this, I wash my hair in a flat twist style, and I only undo the flat twist to moisturize my hair after it's dry. And this is working really well for me at the moment. If I try and manipulate my hair when it's wet or damp in this area, then it just tangles up really quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how I moisturize my hair. And to moisturize my hair and to seal it, I use just water and glycerin mix in this spray bottle. Sometimes I use Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioner or my own homemade leave-in conditioner, and then I seal with my homemade curly pudding, which has shea butter and aloe vera in it. Now, depending on which hair texture I'm moisturising, I will apply more or less water, leave-in conditioner, and shea butter. So with the crown area, because it gobbles up water, I really spritz it well, and I do the same with the hair at the front of my head because it really needs a lot of moisture. I also use a really good amount of leave-in and styler or curly pudding on the crown of my head and at the front too. And from the video it may look like it's a bit too heavy for my hair, but I've learned that these areas need a really heavy application of leave-in and of a sealant as well, which will dry clear. It looks white now, but it will dry clear. And if I don't give it what it likes, then it just dries out really quickly. Now the back and the sides of my hair, they don't really need that much moisture to stay, or much sealing to stay moisturised. So I don't give it as much as the crown and the front area of my head. So basically my head resembles a flower bed. A flower bed full of flowers and plants that need different kinds of attention and care. And I guess I'm in the process of growing into a good gardener. But how about you? Do you have lots of different textures on your hair, on your head, and how do you look after those different textures? If you've got any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the box below. I'd love to hear them. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye.